What is up, gamers, and welcome to a new episode of Last Cloudia. That's right, we got another banner, so we got some stuff to talk about. Now, before we get into it, I do want to do a quick shout out to Games Done Quick. For those who don't know, this is a speed running community of people who basically play games as fast as possible while raising money for charity. So in January, they have Awesome Games Done Quick, raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and in June, they have Summer Games Done Quick, where they raise money for Doctors Without Borders. So, if you want to see a lot of cool platforming games like Mario, Legend of Zelda, stuff like that, sped run for charity, that's something you can catch live on Twitch on the Games Done Quick channel over there. First week of January, I'm definitely going to be watching it. It's going to be pretty hype. Sometimes they have races, sometimes they have all kinds of interesting things. If you want to check out some of their older stuff, I mean, they have a YouTube page where you can look at all of their archives, which is the best thing to look at right now. Unfortunately, due to the powers that be in the world, no one's able to congregate together, so they're going to be just doing it basically online rather than at a live place, because typically they record in an actual auditorium, like at a hotel or something like that, and have like a little place everybody can sit down, and people are cheering and getting hype in the background and stuff while people are announcing donations and playing the games. But now it's going to be basically virtual instead of being everybody in person, so it's going to be a little bit different, a little bit weird, but it's still going to be cool. So please support them. It's the one gaming charity group that I always support, so I want to let you guys know as well. In case you don't know about it, check it out. It's really cool. All right, onward to the video. Let's go ahead and check out, first off, the event. I do want to mention one cool thing about the event here. So they're kind of splitting this up into the casual run and the competitive run. So right now we're in the casual run where we can kind of just play as we go, no real pressure, just kind of play. And then the cool thing about the extra challenge, you can only do it once per day right now. And your rewards for actually doing this are clusters. Like the one time I did it today, I got a blue cluster. So that's really cool. Nice little incentive to participate. It's not difficult at all. So I definitely recommend doing that. You're one per day until they add more stuff. And then on the second half, they're actually going to have the ranking mode for about, I guess, a week long, where, you can go through and grind as much as you can to try to get the highest points so you can, get more rewards. Now, I'm not going to go super hard on this one. I keep saying that because every time I say I'm not going to go hard, I end up pushing, but this time I have no intention of pushing hard. And then, of course, you have the Ether coin thing where you can spend it on getting, various items, even stuff that you can level up as well with the resources you get in the event. So, be sure to do all that, go through each of the rounds or whatever to get all the good items. Lots of good giveaways there. So that's pretty cool to see. But the main thing you're here to see is the new banner, so let's take a look at it. So right now, I feel like I'm going to be watching a new episode of Naruto, but yeah, that's right, we're going to have some ninjas up in here. Mr. Yashamaru, so let's take a look at this guy. Now, when we take a look at his stats here, his strength is decent. He's over the 1,000 curve that we want. He has decent hit points at a little over 4K, and everything else is basically standard. So nothing to really get too hype or down on. He's basically your base stats character, which is not bad. And then when we go to the abilities, he is going to be a dark damaging character, so keep that in mind. His first skill I kind of like, basically, is it's an attack that can reduce enemy defense. I'm always into that kind of ability. And then, of course, the second skill, Dark Orochi, basically instantly close the gap for a medium area dark attack. So basically he's going to be more or less teleporting over there like a ninja and doing like some kind of attack. So I think those are going to be two really cool skills to have. So I would definitely recommend skill charge 1 and 2 to get those two done. Now his traits, this is where things get a little more interesting. So he has Treasure Bind, chance for items after extra attacks for physical attacks, specials for or defeating enemies, 1 per enemy. So basically, he's this trait is his way to help you grind for items, which is good. There's nothing wrong with having another person that can pilfer. You know, we already have two other characters that can do that pretty well, which is what is it, Robin and Zex. I think some people pronounce it Zox. I say Zex just because he reminds me of Zex Marquise. But anyway, this guy can do it too, and I think he can probably do it easier than some of the other characters because basically this is for physical attack specials or just killing an enemy. No matter how he does it, you have a chance of getting the item. So I think that's pretty cool. And it doesn't say anything about having to do a critical hit either. So it just says extra attacks, which I'm not exactly sure what they mean by extra attack. I think it just means damage in general, but if there's something more that I'm missing, please let me know about it. And then he has the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Yeah, I said it. Chance to avoid physical attacks. Skills specials have a chance to deal extra dark damage. So there's some extra damage right there. So I think that's probably what they're meaning by extra attack. I don't know. But Shadow Clone's pretty cool though. Like I said, being able to dodge, which is, you know, what a ninja should be able to do, is cool. And dealing extra damage is not bad. Like I said, so far, this is a character you just want in general from what we've read so far to help you basically grind for items. And, you know, he's going to do a little extra damage. Now, as far as the actual passive skills, we have Advanced Aim Vitals, which is really good. Illusion, obviously, he's a ninja. He should have this. Auto Speed, seems like a must. Auto Haste, also feels like a must. So the fact that he has Auto Speed and Auto Haste makes this guy pretty strong. I like that. Those are really good auto abilities. He's got Patience, Flying Shadow, Dark Drive. I think actually Dark Drive is new. Dark Physical Attack, Special Power plus 10%. So he's getting a little more damage there. Dark Attack Raise, which we already know about that. Dark Attack plus 20%. Surprise Attack, Reverse Cross. Now this is a new one, I believe. Physical attacks from behind, crit rate plus 5%, and crit power plus 50%. So I think this is a unique one for him. I don't think anyone else has this. But that's pretty cool. Bless Speed and God Step Jutsu. Which of course is going to be a jutsu, right? I thought I was just joking earlier. But yeah, basically it's another boost movement speed, which is going to stack with Bless Speed. They're making him super fast. Basically making him compete with my homegirl, Kohaku. They're trying to make him as fast as her, making him basically the two fastest characters in the game. So I like the fact that we have another super fast character. He has Armor Piercer. When physically attacking, chance for enemy defense minus 30% and deal damage. I like this ability. I think this is really strong. It kind of makes you feel like he's going to be your boss killer as well with these kind of abilities. Double Impact and Triple Impact, which do stack, so that's okay to have. Quick Trigger, always good to have. Decoys, okay. Death God, this is an ability that I think only one other character has standard. I believe it's the dark version of Melza has this. Basically, you have a chance to instantly kill an enemy you attack. That does not apply for bosses or arena. He also has SCT Theft. Now, this is a very unique one. When dealing a physical critical attack, chance to lower enemies' SCT and restore the unit's SCT. So he's going to basically slow down the enemy's ability to cast skills while making his come up faster. And the fact that he has auto haste just means that as he's dealing damage, he's going to be getting those skills out pretty quick. So I like that. That's interesting. I kind of think it's pretty cool. And slowing your opponent down is always a benefit too, a bonus. He also has Shadow Jutsu, of course. When physically fear attacking, enemies more likely to faint and break plus 100%. So, you know, adding to the whole backstab thing, obviously he's going to be a breaker, which is good too. I like that. So it does kind of fit the boss slaying kind of thing. He also has Shadow Jutsu Ultimate. Chance for frontal attacks to become rear attacks. So he doesn't necessarily have to get behind to do the abilities, which is super strong. Chance for physical rear attacks to instantly kill, which excludes bosses and arena. So, an interesting ability. The fact that frontal attacks to become rear attacks is really where that's strong, because then you can start stacking other backstab type abilities to basically increase damage. That's the important part. The instantly killing doesn't really matter for the most part. You're more into the extra potential damage that he can do. So yeah, he's basically, from what I can tell, a not only is he a pilferer to get you some grinding items, but he's also a good boss there. He's a breaker. That's what it boils down to. So I would also recommend putting breaker on him just to kind of make that stack. I think you can use break and then break boost if you have that as well. So yeah, overall decent character. You know what I mean? He's the stats are what I would consider par, which is a good thing. When you say par, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing. And he has potential to do a lot of damage. He's going to get you items. He's going to help you slay bosses. So overall, good character. I hope you guys can pull him. Now, am I going to go super hard on the banner? Not for this guy. I think it's cool if I get him. That's cool, but he's not the kind of character that I personally would want to throw my money at the screen for too much. But not saying that he's bad. He is a great character. Now let's take a look at the actual arc that you can get. This is the Doom Dozer. Alright, so basically, the attributes is physical attack damage plus 10%, physical attack damage to bosses plus 10%, when physically attacking from behind, break value plus 50%, in break, deal an additional attack after specials. So this is a good thing to equip for any kind of breaker. This just makes it better. This is literally the breaker arc, it seems, so I think that that's pretty strong. Let's take a look at what you can learn here. So you get Ardor, Reject, Hammer Boost, which you're starting to see a lot of different boosts of equipment you don't normally use very often. When a hammer is equipped, physical attack plus 7%, strength plus 5%. You got high counter. You got two-handed hammer, which I think this is a new one. It's when equipped the single hammer, physical attack damage plus 20%, crit rate 10%, and physical damage cap over 2k. So that's pretty cool. And then you got giant killing, skills and special damage to bosses plus 20%. I absolutely love that skill right there. There are a lot of bosses out there that could be really tough. There are a few in the world map that are tough. Of course, obviously, you have the tower. So this is definitely an arc that you want to get more for the PvE kind of stuff. So this is a PvE arc, and I think that that's okay. And for those who don't know what PvE is player versus event. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty good. Now let's take a look at the actual weapon itself. So this is a 6-star sledge, Zervagas sledge to be exact. 200 strength, which is a lot. At battle start, intelligence and mind minus 10% and added to strength. So it's kind of one of those, you're going to lose some stats, but you're going to get a whole lot of strength out of it. So this is a pretty decent weapon. I think it's worth having. You know what I mean? I think it's really good. Like if you're just trying to deal just blunt tons of damage, this is the way to go. So if you got someone that uses hammers and you want to make them good, this is going to be the right arc for it. This is actually a pretty good arc for multiple reasons. Like I said, the arc attributes are great for bosses. The actual weapon's pretty good for the hammer user. And the ability of giant killing is probably the best thing you're going to want for tower. And a couple of the actual of world map bosses, like the big plant and, you know, the Thunderbird and all that other stuff. So overall, I think this is a really good arc. I actually like the arc slightly more than the character. Like if I pull on this banner, I'm more wanting the arc than the character. But the character is really good too, though. So like I said, this is a decent set. I think that the giant killing is the main thing that I want out of this whole package. Alright, so let's take a look and see if we can do some gotcha pulls. Now, I'm not going to do a multi-pull here. I kind of, at the last minute, decided, you know what, let me try to get, use a bunch of my, you know, crystals to get some of the UR arcs. Unfortunately, I was not fortunate enough to get what I wanted, which is okay. You know, that's part of the game. But we're going to do just step 1 and step 2 here of the step up and see if we can get something out of it. And if I get something cool, hey, why not? And like I said, the main thing I'm going for here is the actual arc, so we'll see if we can get that. Alright, so he doesn't have a lot of support here, so not looking too good. But we're only getting like a couple of... Yeah, nothing too crazy there. No, the good thing about the step up is that, you know, you still get stuff out of it. Like, I'm getting shards, I'm getting medals for stuff. And we also got to talk about the paid items as well. I believe there's a paid stuff. So we'll talk about that as well just to see how cool that is after we do this extra gacha pull here. Let's see if we can get something out of this. Oops, I skipped that part. Oh well. Let's see what we get here. Is it going to turn yellow? Yes, it will, I believe. Yep, now will it get red? Nope, no red. That's alright, though. So if I end up getting the new character, at least I got some shards for him. Now, I'll be honest with you, I kind of saw this coming as far as this character coming out, just because of the fact that, you know, during the Fiend and Angel event, they kind of talked about this character, you know, Shen looking for somebody. So here's that somebody for those who are interested in the story's lore. He's the guy that basically came to this world with Shen. And of course, not willingly, it kind of happened on accident. And of course, there is some dialogue between the two of them in this current event. So check it out. But let's take a look at the actual paid items, see if they're worth it for this guy. Let's see. I kind of forgot what there is. Oh yeah, the marketplace. Alright, so let's take a look at the Yasha credentials, is what they're calling it. Okay. So we have a weapon, the Zanya Ninja Master Sword. Let's take a look at it. This is a 5-star weapon of 176 strength, which is good. Of course, Yashamaru only. When physically attacking, 10% chance to drain enemy HP and deal 1.5 times extra damage. I like it. I like the idea of being able to basically gain life out of just doing any kind of attack. And when it says physically attacking, I'm assuming it's skills and regular attacks. I hope that's the case. But yeah, now it is only a 10% chance, so maybe it's not as great now that I think about it. Because again, the 10% chance is actually pretty low. So this might not happen as often as you want it. So now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how good this is. Yeah, I'm not too sure. This might not be the best thing. I think that they should have either upped the percentage or given it something else that's more of a guarantee. Because yeah, this is just a 10% chance is, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think it should have given you something and then a 10% chance. Some guarantee and then the percentage. So, yeah, I'm a little iffy on the weapon, I'm not gonna lie. Let's take a look at the mask though. So, this is a 5-star item. Accessory is 32 defense, 24 mind. Of course, Yashamaru only. Battlestar auto cast haste when defeating enemies. Small boost to chance to get items. Small boost to chance to get items. Okay, oh, I get what that means. So because of the fact that he already has a chance to give you items naturally, this just ups that chance. This item I actually think is really good. This is actually a lot better than the sword in my opinion. Because, first and foremost, auto-casting haste. Wait a minute. He already has auto-haste, right? So does this make his SCT faster? Because, yeah, I don't understand why you would need to auto-cast haste if he already has auto-haste. Because wouldn't that not stack because it's the same ability? Yeah, I'm hoping that this is I don't know, that sounds weird. So either one, he's gonna have like some kind of double haste, or two, this is a mistype, and that's supposed to be something else. Because if he has auto haste, and then you do like an auto cast of haste, typically it would mean nothing because he already has it. So I'm thinking that this is a typo. Maybe this is supposed to be something else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if he already has auto haste, so the auto cast haste doesn't need to be there unless it's giving him more of a boost. Well, anyway, now the small boost to get items, I still think is good. I think that still makes this item good because of the fact that it'll help you grind for like crystals and clusters and stuff like that in certain areas. So yeah, absolutely, I think this is a great item. But I'm thinking that might have been meant to say auto cast something else because I believe he has like auto speed and auto. Let's go back to the character again. Maybe I just not thinking right, but I'm pretty sure he already has auto haste. So it just doesn't. Whoops, wrong area. It just doesn't make sense that you would auto cast haste on a character that has auto haste. It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, am I just not understanding? I mean, unless it is some sort of like haste on stacking on another haste. But yeah, let's take a look at his skill set again. I'm pretty sure it said auto haste. Or am I talking about? Yeah, there it is, auto haste. He has continuous haste effect, boost SCT. So, I honestly think that might have been a mistype or a misprint. I mean, unless it is making his haste go up even more, but I have a feeling that's not the case. So you might see, if I'm right, you might be seeing an update adjustment to fix the issue of the particular item because I have a feeling it doesn't do what we think it does. But either way, I still think it's a great item. I mean, if I was to get the character and let's say I wanted to invest in one of those two items, I would definitely invest in the accessory over the sword for sure. So yeah, there you have it. And apparently I got a mission here. Not really sure what mission I got, but oh, apparently I advanced in the I forget about the arena. The cool thing about arena is sometimes people can attack you and then you get a rank up because of it. Because yeah, let's take a look here. Oh yeah, I just got 2 wins in a row, which basically put me in the threshold for super I guess bronze 2 or something. Okay, I'll take it. I will 100% take that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think that the haste on the accessory is gonna stack with the auto haste, or do you also think that's a mistype and they're gonna be readjusting that equipment? And if they're gonna readjust with that equipment, do you think they're going to replace auto cast haste with auto cast something else? Like, do you think it'll be auto cast critical, which he doesn't really necessarily need critical for anything, but what would be something that you think would be cool for him to have to replace that, assuming that this is an error? Because I do believe it's an error. I think that was a mistype on that ability, on that particular equipment. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems really weird. But like I said, this is going to be a good event. Like I said earlier, right now is the kind of chill part where you can just kind of play at your own pace. And then, of course, next week is going to start the ranking part of the event, which, I'm just going to chill on. I'm actually going to stick to just chilling. I mean, the only thing that would convince me otherwise is if I accidentally pull. Actually, I just realized something. We can do one more gotcha pull. Because I think I have 1 or 2, hold up. I just realized, I think I actually can. Yeah, there we go. I got 2 of these little tickets. So let's do this real quick. I forgot I had these. Completely forgot. Of course, with my luck, the thing I forget about gives me one of the 2 banner items. So let's take a look. Alright, let's let this go naturally. Oh, he's by himself. We ain't getting nothing here. That might not even really make a difference. It's just funny to look at. Nope, not getting anything. Not even a yellow. That's alright, no big deal. Like I said, this isn't really a banner I plan on pulling on too much. I'm probably going to continue to do the other banner, the Ray banner, because I think that's still going on if I'm not mistaken. Let me go back here. Yeah, I mean, this is still here. So if you're still wanting to try to get, the set of hero characters and the UR arcs for those, you can still pull on this banner. You still got 2 weeks left, so feel free to pull on this if you don't want to get the new character. But I'll be honest with you, like I said, if you're let's say if you don't have Zex, if you don't have Robin, or maybe you do have one or the other, but you want a second person to potentially get you more items. Honestly, this guy is the right one for you because, in my personal opinion, I will say that this guy Yashamaru is probably going to be the best person to use as far as getting items. I think he's going to be the best, 100%. So as far as grinder, he's number one in my book. So yeah, he's worth it. But that's going to end the video for now. Until next time, until we get some new stuff, you guys keep gaming. Take care, y'all. Later.